Hi, I'm Steve, the Introverted Traveler. I've made it my mission in life to explore the beaches, deserts, mountains, and even cityscapes around us, and to do so while avoiding contact with as many people as possible. And although I will never hang out with you for any reason, I do invite you to join me on my journey. Come and see the world through the eyes of an extreme introvert. On this edition, we are hiking the Homestead the Blue Ridge Loop in the Stebbins Cold Canyon Reserve near Winters, California. Along the way, we will wade through creeks, annoy trail cams, experience a landscape of rolling hills, and stand high above the lake of a serial killer. All this and much more on this Introverted Travels. We are back again on another adventure. This time, we're actually close to home, only about an hour from my house. We are in Solano County. We are actually near the town of Winters, and we're hiking the Homestead to Blue Ridge Loop. And I have lived in this area for many years. I've seen these mountains, but I didn't know there was anything out here. You know, I see them from the freeway. So I thought, boring. But now that I'm out here, check this out. In my truncated way of showing you the beauty of this actual wilderness out here. This is supposedly about a 5-mile hike. It is rated as strenuous, and there's people everywhere. It's a Sunday, but it's a Sunday after weeks and weeks of rain. And as you can see, well, maybe not, but you can see a little bit of sunlight here. It's actually a nice day. So every person within the tri-state area has decided it's time to go hiking. It's going to be another one of those videos, folks. So here's a little bit more information about this hike. We are in an area that is actually maintained and overseen by the University of California at Davis. So this is an ecological preserve type area. This particular trail is going to run up into the mountains that we are currently surrounded by. And I believe, and I can't say for sure because I've never been here, that we will get a nice view of Lake Berryessa, which is in the middle of nowhere, but on the other side of it is Napa, California, and beyond that, of course, Sonoma, California. Those are both places that we have visited in previous videos. If I get the previous videos up before I put this video up. But if I don't, we visited Napa. You'll see it eventually. Get off my back. It takes a while to edit. Oh, by the way, that's pretty. Yeah, there's creeks, there's pretty bushes, no flowers because it's January, but this is amazing. I can't stay on camera apparently, but this is completely amazing. I didn't even know this existed. And again, it's less than an hour from my house. Now, these mountains lie right next to some very flat agricultural area, and it's not like the Sierra Nevadas or the Rocky Mountain Range. They aren't greatly extensive. Oh, there's something going on over there. Let's go take a look at it. And also, the weeds have been labeled by the university. Oh, here we go. Cold Creek through the year. How plants and animals survive. Animals thrive in a seasonal stream. We got the California newt, which is wearing some type of headgear there. We got the California sister. I'm not going to try to pronounce the Latin because, well, you've heard me talk. Predatory diving beetle. Yes, that looks very scary. And Anna's hummingbird, which is probably more scary than the predatory diving beetle. Have you ever been dive bombed by a hummingbird? It's terrifying. And then we got the rest of the stuff. The California newt, the California fuchsia or whatever. Again, you've heard me talk. Don't expect much. Predatory diving beetle. And, oh, okay, yeah, and again, and it's hummingbirds. So, all sorts of stuff out here. It's a very diverse ecological system. We're down by a nice creek, very beautiful creek. Probably can't see much because I'm behind a bush, but yeah. Please do not disturb wildlife camera trap. So at the moment I'm using my camera to take an image of another camera because I consider myself to be wildlife and I'm trapped. Also, I find it funny to film a camera with a camera. Don't ask me why, it's juvenile, but I find it utterly hilarious. Alright, so once again my theory is coming true. It's been relatively people-free for like the last mile, but I'm almost to the top, as you can see. So you know what happens. Whenever you reach a peak or a waterfall or any place cool, all of a sudden there's people. It's inevitable. It's in nature. It's the universe. It's awful. I mean, let's face it, it sucks. But yeah, I'm almost to the peak. Not almost done with the hike, but almost to the peak, which is, you know, the pinnacle, and then it's downhill. So let's go get this over with. Yep, looks like my theory once again is correct. I don't know if you can see this. I'm not quite there. The peak is like directly ahead of me, and there's people. There's always people. Constantly people. Why can't people go away? Why can't I have Planet of the Dogs? Is it so much to ask for? I mean, seriously, I'm out here, I won't say in the middle of nowhere, because I'm right near, you know, Sacramento area, but I mean, there's no houses out here. It's all nature. And yet there's damn people. There's always damn people. It's okay. Let's go. It's gonna be like a band-aid. Let's rip the people off quickly, not literally, and be done with the pain. And then we'll head downhill. Sound like a plan? Let's go. So I reached a peak. I'm not sure I reached the peak because as you can see, there's a little bit of a hillside in front of me and a bunch of people on top. But I'm perfectly happy to stand here for a minute, let them, you know, ooh and ah that they actually made it on top of something, and then I'll walk up there. But yeah, I'd like to have a little talk with you, All Trails. I'm going to direct this directly to All Trails. This hike is rated as challenging, which, okay, I'll agree it's challenging, but when you try to compare this hike with other hikes that are rated hard or challenging, I mean, does this compare to Flatiron in Arizona, or even the Horsetail Falls hike in the Desolation Wilderness? I mean, seriously, this is challenging. So what are those hikes? I'm going to propose to you, All Trails, that you All Trails, need another category. Need a category for those and types like those. And I'm proposing that the category be called back crap. Because this is normal. I mean, look at this. This isn't bad. You got some trail markers. You got some hills. I mean, it's a good 1.5 mile trek up a side of a mountain. Challenging. Agreed. Not back crap. But some of the hikes I've done before this, absolute back crap. So get on it, All Trails. I mean, there are certain hikes that I've been on that just shouldn't have even been in your database. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Seriously, how many peaks does this mountain have? This is the second one. I thought I was at the pinnacle, at the very top. But no, where that gigantic gaggle of people is, maybe that's the peak, or maybe there's 4 more. I don't know. I've never been here. This is new to me completely. But yeah, we're just gonna keep climbing up mountains till we get the damn thing right. I've officially made it, I think. I hope. I don't see any other peaks around here. So my assumption, and yes, getting this shot is freaking me out. I'm standing on a boulder, it's windy, and my fear of heights is killing me. So while I panic attack and you know, get off this rock, just know I made it, finally. So the lake you see down there is Lake Berryessa. As I said, way on the other side is Napa area and Sonoma, and then eventually the Bay Area. Now, for those of you who are into true crime and true crime movies and that type of stuff, you'll note that Lake Berryessa is one of the scenes in the movie Zodiac. I don't know if they actually filmed it there, but the Zodiac killer, you know, 60 years ago, however long it was at this point, shot, I believe, 2 of his victims on the shores of Lake Berryessa. Of course, I haven't bothered to look it up since, you know, a long time ago, so I can't remember the exact details, but I know that down there was the scene of a serial killer's crimes. Up here is a scene of a serial hiker's moaning and complaining. Alright, I hope, but I think this is our last peak. Let's go. Made it to the top of that one, and guess what? You gotta be kidding me. I mean, it's a small peak, but that counts as a peak, right? It's number 5. Where the hell am I? Am I like the land of Oz or something? I mean, seriously. I mean, it's beautiful out here. Check this out. There's the lake. There's the serial killer lake, as I described earlier. There's yet another peak. And then, I'm not sure you can see that way in the distance, the snow-capped mountains of the Sierra Nevada. We've been there once or twice, but today we're climbing another damn peak. Great. All right, peak number 142. Let's go. right, here's hoping. Here's hoping there's no more peaks. And then we're going downhill now. With my luck, well, no comment. Let's just go. Well, we're making our way back here very slowly. We're starting to descend, and I'm back on the side of a mountain, and I can hear everyone's mundane, asinine conversations coming up at me. So, once again, I'm trying to double time it, trying to get out of here. The number of people out here isn't terrible. I mean, I'll exaggerate, for the video, but it's not absolutely terrible. There's a lot of younger people out here because of the proximity to the college. However, I will say, there's still way too many damn people. I mean, it's not Yosemite level people, but there's quite a few people out here. Solitude broken, peace broken, the typical thing. So, yeah, but absolutely beautiful up here. Windy as hell, cold. Of course, I'm not wearing my jacket because I got too warm, but go figure. And yeah, so let's get back to my car and hope we can do it in quiet. All right, according to all trails, we're about 4.5 miles in. I can actually think I can see the trailhead from here. So we're gonna really quickly, because of course there's people coming. There's always people. Let's do 2 ratings. Let's do our introverted trail rating. 0 is Disneyland on the 4th of July. The number of people you would find at. And 10 is the glorious, wondrous, most beautiful thing. Middle of Antarctica with absolutely no people around. The ideal environment. Unfortunately, this is about a 2 or a 3, maybe a 4. Hasn't been great as far as people goes. Been a lot of college people out here. A lot of people, because the university is so close. A lot of blathering and talking. A lot of people taking stupid selfies, doing stupid things. A lot of people just doing stupid things in general. Misery. However, there's been enough pockets of isolation for me that I haven't actually tripped the misery index that high. My misery index from a 0 to 5, 0 being mythical because I'm never not miserable in some way, and a 5 being, hysterically, horribly miserable. I'm at about a 2.5, probably a little bit below a 3. So not the worst thing. I could tune most of these people out because it was just quick encounters, but yeah, no, there's too many people out here. There's always too many people. But overall, beautiful hike. Not terribly strenuous, even though it's rated as a hard hike. Compare this to the other hard hikes that I've done, and this is a cakewalk. So yeah, hasn't been a disaster, but too many people, folks. Too many damn people. Well, I may dislike people very much, but I do respect nature, and I do respect maintaining nature. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just give a little bit. I'm usually not overly generous just because I don't have any money most of the time, but yeah, so we'll give a little bit and help UC Davis to maintain this area. Now, if I can help UC Davis, prohibit all people from coming out here except for me, that would be great too. So UC Davis, if you're listening, let me know if I can do anything to facilitate that. I'll give more money. I'll give another 5 or 10 or 15 just to get rid of people. I don't know if it's worth that much, but yeah. So almost done. All right, folks, I'm quickly on my way back down to the parking lot. So let's do a really super fast recap. Today we hiked only about 45 minutes from my house. I waded through a creek. We listened to people's asinine conversations. We got through not only 1 peak, but 5 of them. Saw beautiful Lake Berryessa, saw rolling hills, Experienced a lot of wind out here. I haven't mentioned that, but yeah, it's windy. And overall had a relatively good hike. So, you know exactly what's coming. Say the words with me. Stay introverted, everybody. And guess what? I'll see you in the next adventure.